The thing in history where people view history from today's present times, morals, values, all that kind of stuff. It's a common flaw that people have when looking back at different aspects of history. To fully understand the context that you're reading about, like, you have to put yourself in the shoes of those people, what life was like, what their religion was like at that time, because religions evolve, and then go and look at how that might have been perceived during that time. One of the best examples is Salem witch trials. So the Salem witch trials is one of those things where we're like, that's horrifying, that's like, you know, that could never happen again kind of thing. But when you go back and remember, they're in an isolated colony, they're in this bubble that has a strong religious aspect to it. The majority of your leadership is your religious leaders, and then you're not getting reliable information. Ships come months to a year apart at a time. When you get your information, it's on a pamphlet or from a sailor, it's word of mouth, and you're like, well, is that true? Is it not true? And you understand that, like, this is coming from a long period of time. And then you have things that happen, like over in England, they're like, whoa, this whole witch thing's silly, we should stop doing this. And then you get word 6-8 months later, hey, England's like, well, you know, wherever you're like, the whole witch thing was silly, we're not going to do it. And you're like, but that's what we've been doing. Are you guys sure? Kind of thing. Like, you're still in your bubble, and your religious leaders are trying to keep that moral superiority and that leadership. So they're like, oh, that's silly, you know, that's just that sailor, he is a heathen, you know, whatever. And we look at that now and say, that's so silly. That is so silly. But back in the time, you're living in this bubble, and the people you trust are telling you that this is the way it is, and you have no outside information. There's no internet, there's no phones, and your information travels so ridiculously slowly. You start thinking it from that context, and you're like, yeah, I could see that could happen. I mean, we see people believing all kinds of ridiculous things these days, and they have access to all the information in the world. So you think back to those days, like, yeah, that's something that could very easily have happened and did happen throughout history. It will continue to happen because, well, you know, people are stupid.